Well, I'm very excited to say that we have a new leader here in Australia, and the name of this new leader is I Am, which of course is not new, but it is new to a lot of our awareness in terms of really embodying that new leadership of I Am. We also have our Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, who was re-elected in a historical election, which really saw such a reaction to the style of leadership that we are currently seeing in America. However, there is only and always one true leader, and that is the leader that comes before all. Meaning, the one who comes before you, the one who comes before me, the one who comes before him, the one who comes before her, the one who comes before they, the one who comes before them, the one that comes before it, the one that comes before that. And the name of that leader is always I Am. And while this video is titled You Are the New Leader, it is slightly incorrect, grammatically correct, but spiritually incorrect, because you as the I Am of your reality is the new leader, and it's not new. You have always been. You as the infinite I Am of your reality have always, will always be the infinite commander of that which you are observing, including the leaders of your country and companies and communities. Anyone who is in a positional role of leadership in your reality is still subject to the laws of I Am. And the one who is the container for I Am is you. As second person, you are the container for I Am. Therefore, you have the full capacity of that commandership, that leadership. And in this video, I want to give you a very practical way that you can stay in that leadership role of your reality, regardless of who is leading your country or companies or communities, or is in any type of leadership role in your reality. Everything and everyone in your reality is subject to consciousness, and the name of consciousness is I Am. That's what we're doing today. My name is Hedley, and if you are new to my channel, well done. You are in the right place, because this is where I remind you of your infinite I Amness, which is the commander of your reality. As long as you are seeing reality is happening to you and separate from you, you will be subject to your reality. So if you would like support in terms of any specific situations, I am available for one-to-one law of assumption coaching. I have my self-concept course and my book, I Am Money, which will have you in the commanding role of money. And I have the I have a lot. Go and check it out in the box below this video. And if I could ask you for a very simple favor, if you are enjoying my channel and my videos and you are finding them helpful, I would really appreciate it if you could press that subscribe button on your screen. That would be most appreciated. Let's get into it. So as I said, we had our federal elections here in Australia, and wow, what a historical result. Our current Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, was re-elected in an absolute landslide, and he is the leader of the Labor Party here, which is the more left-wing leaning party, and the opposition leader, Peter Dutton, who is the head of the Liberal Party, which is the more right-wing conservative party, who took a lot of his cues in this election from Trump and MAGA, and had some of Trump's campaign people come over to help him in the election campaign. He was not only voted out, but he was also voted out of his electorate seat, which is the first time that that has ever happened in a federal election to an opposition leader. So essentially, he has lost his job. He is out completely. However, regardless of who is the elected leader of any country, there is only and always one leader, and the name of that leader is I Am, and that name comes before all else and all others. And the one who is in command of I Am is the one who is in command of what they are observing in their reality. So I wanted to make this video to remind you that whether the results of your elections are positive or negative, every result in reality has both the positive and negative. So while I'm happy with this result, I'm also aware that the Labor Party, and including Anthony Albanese, has both the capacity for positive and negative. you are always going to see evidence of both, and you're probably going to see more of one or the other depending on your preferences. And that is where we can fall into the trap of looking to a person for leadership. And that is what I want to get into today, is how do you actually stand in the leadership of I am, regardless of what is going on a cultural or global level. Because it's easy to say, okay, well, I am the infinite I am of my reality, but that doesn't include the country, and that doesn't include other countries. If it's in your reality, if you are observing your country, if you are observing the leaders of your country, if you are observing the leaders of other countries, who is the one observing it? I am is. The only way that you can know what's going on in your country or anybody else's country is through your observer, through your awareness. And the name of that awareness is I am. Now, it's contained within you, and you are second person in your reality. But I am is always the one that comes before you. I am is the one that comes before them. I am is the one that comes before him. I am is the one that comes before her. So for you to be in command of your reality, including the leaders of your country, you have to be in I am. Now, if I'm looking at my Prime Minister as my leader, then I am subject to him. As long as I am looking at him and I'm talking about him and I'm looking to him and what he says, I'm in third person. My awareness is operating at the level of third person. Keep in mind there's first person, second person, third person. Third person is he, she, they, or it. And as long as I'm thinking in that language, that tells me that I'm out of first person. There's no command at the level of third person, and that is how most people view the leaders of their country. You're thinking and speaking in third person most of the time. You're not speaking in second person because most of the time you're not speaking directly to your leaders and saying, hey, you should do this and you should do that. I mean, sometimes you do, but even then you don't have command. You have more command though at that level than you do at third person, where you're just bitching about this person and how dare he does this and I can't believe he did this. As long as you are out of first person, you are out of the leadership role of your reality, and you are subject to the leaders in your reality. And the leaders in your reality will continue to present themselves as having power over you, but it's not because of their positional power. It's because of your awareness of them. To be in the leadership role of your reality, regardless of who is running your country or companies or communities, is to think and speak in I am. For example, let's say you are observing the leader of your country illegally and unlawfully deporting people without due process. Okay? Most people, when they talk about that, would be in third person. He is illegally and unlawfully deporting people without due process. You're in third person, you have no command over your reality. In order to get command of your reality, you first have to claim what you are observing in your reality with I am. And this is what takes courage, and this is what a lot of people will push back on, because they were like, well, I'm not doing that. But if you want to be in the commanding, leading role of your reality, what you want to do is say, I am unlawfully and illegally deporting people without due process. When you put I am in front of that which you are observing, it's going to hit you hard. You're going to feel it, and we need to feel it because that means the energy can move, the resistance to it can move, and it can move up and out. And then you're now in command of the story, so you get to command the new potential. I am treating people with respect and due process. Now, you are not the one who then goes and acts out how that happens. As long as you stay in the commanding role of that story, which means remaining aware of what you have commanded, then you can and will see reality shift. Now, it may not happen instantly. You may have to do this a couple of times. People will ask, how many times do I have to do this? That is an open-ended question, because sometimes you can do it once and you will see a result. Sometimes it takes more than once. You may need to repeat the command several times. You may need to claim what you're seeing and then keep commanding the new story that you want to see. As long as you are talking in second or third person, you're not in command of your reality. You have to be in I am. First of all, to claim what you are observing in I am, and then to command the new story in I am. And as long as you can stay in that language, stay in that awareness, you have and will see a shift in your reality. Let's say you are observing your country going to war. I am going to war. Now you're in command of the story because you've claimed it with I am. You want to then command the new story. I am choosing peace. And I am choosing to live peacefully with our neighbors. Command what you want to see. Command what you want to see from your leaders with I am. Because I am is all there is. I am is the one that comes before everything and everyone. And all commands start with I am. And that is how you get command of your leaders, by staying in I am when you are observing them. As long as you're staring at the TV or watching YouTube going, oh my God, I can't believe he's doing this, and who does he think he is, and what's she doing, and oh my God, she's this and she's that. You're not in command. You're just watching a soap opera play out that will just keep playing out and keep repeating for the next generation and generation to come. That's what we've all been doing. This is the time where we get to wake up to the infinite observer who is in the command and always has been and always will be of this whole reality, this hologram. This is a light reflection. Yes, it looks and feels very real and we experience it as real, but it is ultimately a light reflection, a hologram that is being shaped by what we are doing with our awareness and where we are placing it. And the language that we are using is the director for awareness. And the language we are using is first, second, third person pronouns. And first person is the commander, second person is the container for the commander, and third person is that which is being observed. If you're hearing this for the first time, this is going to sound confusing, but clarity always comes after confusion. Confusion is a great sign that on the other side of it is clarity. And it may mean that you have to listen to it several times. Check out the I Am playlist. Start to learn what it means to think and speak in the language of I Am, the language of first person. Now, you don't have to do this out in public. I don't go and speak like this when I'm out with people. I think like this. I write like this on my notebooks. I'm commanding my reality from within. And then I'm going out into my reality and I'm acting like a normal human being. I'm speaking the way we all speak. But I know who I am. And certainly these days I am operating more in I am than ever before, with every situation in my reality. And my reality is not a perfect reflection, but my goodness, I have more command over my reality than I have ever had. And because I'm in I am when it comes to everything in my reality, I am seeing my reality reflecting back my commands. My reality is my subject more and more and more. And that's not coming from a place of control where I'm going out and controlling things at the level of reality. I'm doing none of that. All of the control I'm doing is within my own consciousness. I'm controlling the narrative within my consciousness. And the way I control my consciousness is by staying in I am, is by claiming that which I'm seeing in my reality with I am first, and then commanding the new story in I am. That's how you stay in control of consciousness, is to stay in first person. But you have to claim what you are seeing in reality in first person first. You have to put I am in front of it. Otherwise, if you just jump to the new story, you're bypassing and you will not see a result. And then you'll go, oh, well, this doesn't work. That's because you haven't claimed the story first in I am. And that's actually the most challenging part, because nobody wants to put I am in front of the awful things that you are observing the leaders of your country doing. Here's a little challenge. Go and watch the news. Put I am in front of what you are seeing people do to others. Put I am in front of it. See how you go. It's not easy. But the beauty of doing it is you are now in command of that which you are seeing, and now you have the freedom to choose the new story. And when you do, you will see results. Maybe not instantly, maybe not tomorrow, but you will see them. And the more you see them, the more you will realize, oh my God, I am the infinite commander of what I am seeing in my reality. I am the one who gets to choose the potential that I'm observing. Oh my goodness, I had no idea. I thought it was them that had to do it. I thought I had to go out and take action in reality and make it happen. No, you will take action, but you don't have to figure out what that action is. You have to figure out the correct use of consciousness, and you don't have to figure it out. All you have to do is put I am in front of it. Give it a go. Try it out. See how you go at putting I am in front of what you are seeing the leaders of your country do to another, and then change the story, because yes, once you've done that, you are the new leader. The new leader is I am. It was never new. It's always been that way. What's new is our awareness of this way of being and living. Consciousness has always been the cause of reality. And the name of consciousness is I am. You get to command the leaders of your country and what you see them do. You do not figure out how they do it. You just have to claim it with I am and command the new story with I am, and then sit back and watch the show unfold in the way that you are choosing for it to unfold. As long as you are looking at them and him and she and her and it and them and the, you're just going to see the same story play out. Same movie. It's going to be the same ending. It's going to have the same characters. And then you're going to be like, oh, this movie sucks. History repeats until we change that which is causing history. And that which is causing history is what we are doing with our awareness. Just have a go. Give it a go. You don't even have to believe it for it to work. That's the cool thing about this. It works just by you directing your awareness to it. You will see results. You will absolutely see results. And the more you stay in I am, the more results that you will see. And then the more evidence that you have that, yes, this is the way your reality works. It's a light reflective hologram of your consciousness. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Stay in I am. Next week, I have a wonderful surprise. I am interviewing an author. I'm going to tell you more about that. It'll be my first interview. I'm super excited to share this with you. So I will look forward to seeing you next week with something a little bit different. Until then, stay in I am. Bye.